Hello and welcome to our new lecture that is about pattern functions in SAP Analytics Cloud that is used in SAP Advanced Scripting. So let's first of all find what are the pattern functions and um, what are the implication, how we can deploy, how we can develop the pattern function, and how we can deploy, how we can use the pattern function in scripting. So let's move on. Here it is. Now, first of all, the point which we have to note it down that we can add pattern function by using the right drop down right menu from the script objects script object function script object menu. When we will click on right click on that object script object, the option which is present at the last in the menu, that is the add pattern based function. So first of all we will click on the add this option, and then it will and then the pop-up will arise on our screen, in which we have to train our function about the pattern. We have to give the example, we have to give the information that what the pattern we want to apply, we want to use in this function. So up to three training pattern we can use, so then our function will train. So when the user will pass the parameter of that pattern, we will convert that we will our function will understand what pattern, what is the transformation on input parameter will be implicated. So this is a very specific, very powerful feature of SAP scripting. So then the function will automatically change, will automatically behave based on the pattern which it has been trained. So first of all, we will give a pattern in which we will give the input, and then we will give the output. For this, our pattern will be trained. And finally, while creating the function, we will test our function, which will be verify, which in which we give any specific input parameter, and then on the output it will automatically give the output while testing the function. So after testing, after developing, after creating the function, and after testing the pattern, we can easily use anywhere in our scripting. So let's move straight to the system and do some practical live example on our system. So let's move on. Here it is. Now this is our story in which we can use our pattern function. So first of all, I will create a chart. So then we will use that function on the chart. So let's create a chart. Click drop down the chart from the left hand side. Here it is. Now the SAP Analytics Cloud is asking for the data source. As you can familiar with my this data source of our course, SAC data preparation. So I will select on the SAC data preparation. Here it is. Now on the right hand side, we have to mention the measure, and we have to mention the dimension. So first of all, I will select the measure of revenue, and then I have to I can add the dimension of product. So I want to see the product wise revenue. Here it is. Now both of the dimension, one dimension and one measure I've selected. Now close it out. Here it is. Now let's resize our chart. Here it is. Now it's mean that the keyboard has the maximum revenue, I think so, and after that the mouse has the second large selecting maximum revenue. So a part of this we have to apply. We are going to create a pattern function. So for this, as we have discussed earlier, we have to go to the outline, and then we have to go to the script object, click on the script object. Here it is. Now we have to if I click on the dot dot dot, uh, because we have to create the pattern function under the script object too. So I will click on the last option at pattern based function, as we have discussed earlier. Here it is. Now I will give I can give the some id specific, like function email function, or you can say email function. And now we will have to give some pattern. So I have to create some patterns. I will click on the plus sign, so then we can give the input and then output. So I can say that's user gave the Shakir at the rate gmail.com.